Welcome to Game 3 of our softball championship night here. I am joined with my partner, Jack Moser. Did I get that correct?
It's Mosier, but you did get it correct. Don't worry about it, Joe. Good evening, everybody. We've got one heck of a game for you tonight. We've got Farmhouse versus Lambda Chi Alpha here for our large fraternity softball championship. I'm really looking forward to this game. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, you know what? After I just finished off with a small frat game, and it was a great game, great defense, hard hit balls. I'm expecting more of the same.
I agree. I was watching both this and the sorority championship, and I had to say there was a lot more action going on, a lot more big plays. Funny enough, I've got two connections, funny enough, about Delta Chi. They're the reason why Animal House even existed.
That's a funny fact. That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
I believe you were telling me that the producers or the writers went to Oregon?
Yeah, they're alum of Oregon, but they were also in the Delta Chi fraternity, and they decided to use that as a basis for their movie Animal House.
Well, it looks like first pitch is about to start.
All right, let's get right into it then.
Now, I believe, do we have Farmhouse in green?
Farmhouse is in green. Lambda Chi Alpha is in blue.
That ball is 1-1 pitch is flied right back to the pitcher. 1 out. And remember, just for the fans at home, every count starts at 1-1. Any foul ball that after the second strike results in an out.
Isn't that the truth?
1-1 pitch is skied to left center, where it is caught by the center fielder. That was a hard hit ball, but right place, right time.
Indeed it was. Beautiful hit, beautiful speed. Unfortunately, the guy was at the right place at the right time. We got 2 outs here, coming up with number
43.
Up to bat.
For Lambda. The 1-1 pitch is skied up to left field, where the same center fielder will catch it. That is our third out. Score is 0-0. We will be right back here on WEGL 91.1. Welcome back, everybody, here for the bottom of the first inning. We'll see if Farmhouse can come back, can light up the scoreboard after making some great defensive plays in the first.
Indeed, we got number 15 up to bat here first. Previous inning, there was a lot of pop flies and a lot of catches. Let's hope that we can actually get some people on base here.
We got number, was that 13?
15.
15 up to bat for Farmhouse. Looking to set the tone early.
We're hearing a lot of heckling coming out of the Farmhouse dugout.
1-1 pitch, and that's a grounder to the shortstop, where he makes a great play and throws a rocket to first base to get him out. He looked like a baseball player. I think this guy definitely played some high school ball.
A lot of these guys definitely have played high school ball in the last couple of years, depending on whether they're freshmen getting right out of high school or seniors, and it's been a bit, but they're looking to take some of the rust off that steel that they've got.
Remember the glory days. And as that ball is hit through the 5.5 hole, and that will be a single for Farmhouse. Just get their first hit. And he goes to second on it, which is an aggressive base running after it was bobbled by the third baseman.
That was a beautiful play. A little sloppy defense there.
Heads up base running right there by number 43.
Indeed. Now we've got number 5 up to bat.
Man in scoring position. Let's see what he can do. First pitch swinging, that's a ground ball to shortstop, where he will make another athletic play, but at this time called safe. Bang, bang play by our umpire.
Now, speaking of umpires, how am I able to become an umpire, Joe?
Great question. So if you want to become an umpire here at Auburn, just go to the rec center, show your interest, and you yourself can join Auburn umpiring.
That's a solid deal. I may have to look into that. Coming up next, we've got
number 4.
Number 4 up to
bat.
With
men on the corners.
We've got a ball here on that one.
That one was called high. Now remember, every pitch has to be within 6 to 12 feet or it's considered an illegal pitch. As that ball is hit deep and high to left field.
Let's see if
where-
Landakai can.
And he'll catch it, but he drops it! He drops it in left. I thought he had it, where we will have him. We'll have men. He's sending him home. Oh, no. He'll stay at third base. We have 1 run scoring there, but no outs.
And Farmhouse is going to take it up 1-0.
1-0 here with men on second and third. No outs. That pitch again was over the 12-foot arc rule, meaning it's an automatic ball no matter where it lands. I believe Ram just said it was too low on that one.
Too high, too low. We need to find some middle ground here.
There we go. There's your middle ground right there.
Indeed. Beautiful ball straight down the middle way.
We got a full count here. And it's sent right to deep left center field, where it will be caught, and we got runners tagging at second to third and third to home, making it 2-0 for Farmhouse. They're just playing consistent ball. If you get the ball into the field of play, good things will happen.
The basis of baseball and softball is just hit ball and run fast, and that's how they're playing right now.
I couldn't say it better myself, as we got the 1-1 pitch, and
Too
again that
high
one was
on that
1-1. The ump is being on top of this. Through that shortstop again with another great play and tries to make the throw. It was a great throw. Just simply with these 60-foot bases, you just don't have enough time to get that play off.
Indeed. And beautiful line drive there by Farmhouse.
Farmhouse brings in another run there, making it 3-0.
We might be in for a long first inning.
2 outs. We'll see if Farmhouse can add to their lead.
Hearing a lot of heckling coming out of Farmhouse.
Well, these are frat guys. What do you expect?
Oh,
right
my
off the
God.
third baseman's glove, and then we will go second and third on a double there. And I believe
it looks like we've got an injury here at third
calling
base.
timeout. I think we have an injury at third base. I'm not sure. I think he tripped on the bag potentially and hurt his ankle.
We're gonna actually cut it away right now.
We're gonna take a time back. We'll be right back on
see.
91.1.
All right. Sorry for the delay there. Looks like number 8 is safe and sound.
No injuries, which you love to hear.
Exactly. We got number 1 up here to bat.
Second and third, 2 outs. Let's see if he can add to Farmhouse's early lead. As he hits a ground ball to the shortstop at second, where he will record the out, and that'll do it for the third inning. Farmhouse scores 3 at the bottom of the first. We will be right back on 91.1 at WEGL.
Welcome back. Top of the second, we got Lambda Chi Alpha up to bat first.
First pitch swinging. He wanted all of that one, but it did not reach the plate. Count goes to 1-2. He swings there, and that'll be a foul ball, which will be an out with our foul ball after 2 strikes rule.
Indeed. He had a good swing to that. Unfortunately, it was not in the lines.
And as our heckling continues, 1-1 pitch will be ball, so the count will go to 2-1. 2-1 pitch is hit foul, barely, on the right field line. Count has gone to 2-2. And it will, that will be called foul ball. I do believe that bounced over the third base line, but it will be called a foul ball, and that is an out.
Wow, unfortunately, they are hitting hard. It's just not to the right place. We're down to 2 outs here. Let's see if Lambda Chi can make a comeback.
That first pitch will be taken for a ball. They really, when you're down 3, you got to be a little bit picky to start the count off.
That is true. Unfortunately, from what I'm seeing, the pitcher's actually throwing to the left and not straight at all. It's like he's trying to make these guys walk.
If you're pitching in this soft toss game, you just got to get over the plate and let the fielders work. As that ball is hit to the shortstop, where the play will not be made despite an amazing throw, he'll be safe at first.
Finally, we're starting to see some more Lambda Kais on base. We got one on first right now, and let's hope that Lambda Kai can capitalize on that small victory.
Baby steps.
Exactly.
1-1 pitch is hit again, foul to the right field line. They just need to hold back a little bit. They just got to wait on their pitches.
Indeed about that. If I were placing bets on how many foul balls would be thrown in this game, I would be a millionaire.
The over definitely would have hit.
Indeed.
It's soft toss, so the ball is coming in a lot slower. I know these guys are anxious. It is the championship. You just got to hold back and wait. As that ball is weighted on to deep left center field, and it will be caught. That'll be out number 3. We will be back after a short break. 3-0 heading into the bottom of the second. Farmhouse on top. Top of the third here, Farmhouse up. You are joining. I'm on WEGL 1.1 with my partner, Jack Mosier.
That is correct.
There we go. Got it right that time.
To the bottom of the second.
Bottom of the second. My apologies. Farmhouse hits a ball to second base where it'll be stopped but not thrown. Couldn't really catch it cleanly with his glove there. Unable to make the play.
Yeah, I did notice he was trying to be a little bit of a showman. Slide right by, pick that up. Sometimes you just have to play it smart.
This is intramural ball. You know, they want to look pretty. They want to look good. They want to make some fancy plays.
Indeed, especially to impress all those sorority girls that are sitting in and watching right now.
But
I know I would be trying to make big plays.
But like you said, when you're down 3, not really the time for it.
Indeed.
As that ball is hit to shortstop where he will go to second base to get 1, and that will be all that they get. Shortstop number 35 is just living up to shortstops being the best defenders on the field.
Isn't that the truth? We got number 15 up to bat. We got 1 on first currently. And let's see if Farmhouse can capitalize on their 3-0 lead.
Let's see if they can expand it. You know, they really want to take control here. As that ball is hit to shortstop where he will get 1 at second base, and they will not turn 2. Second baseman seems reluctant to throw it to first there.
Indeed, it seems like Farmhouse is hitting hard. Unfortunately, they should be starting to hit a bit more straight out so that way they can avoid number 35 there. He appears to be really throwing them in.
He has been a magnet so far in this game. As that ball is hit to right field, and it will land, and it will go over his head, and they got Farmhouse going 1 coming home. They got another man coming home 2. They're sending him, and he will get home safe as the ball sails right over home plate. That is a 2-run inside the park home run for Farmhouse to take the lead up to 5-0. Wow.
I am speechless. That was a great hit by number 42. And like I said, capitalized, hit away from number 35 and was able to score on that play. We are up to 5-0 with Farmhouse in the lead.
You know, when I played that ball is hit right to third base, and it will be an out, and that will get us out of the inning. Farmhouse scores 2 on an inside the park home run to make it 5-0. We'll be right back after this here on 91.1. Welcome back here. It is now the bottom of the third inning. Bottom of the third, or is it the top third inning?
Top of the third.
Top of the third inning with Lambda batting, hoping to score some runs here. Now, Jack, do you want to tell us what happens with the mercy rules?
Oh, I would love to, Joe. So, in the event that they manage to capitalize, it is 15 after the first 3 innings and then 10 after the 5 innings. So, I'm hoping that Farmhouse is able to capitalize that, get a couple more runs in.
And there we get our first walk of the game, if I believe so. Lambda will get a runner on first with no outs, and the Lambda fans here do not seem to be agreeing with our umpire here tonight.
It feels like everyone is going against the umpire, Joe.
It's a tough job out here being an umpire. But if I wanted to become an umpire here at Auburn, how would I do that?
Oh, that's pretty easy, Joe.
As
You
that
just
ball
have
is
to
hit to the left field foul area over third, and it will land fair ball as the third baseman could not come up with it, and they will hold them over at first and second. Sorry for cutting you off there, Jack.
Hey, don't worry about it, Joe. So if you want to become an umpire or do any other job with the university pertaining to athletics, of course, feel free to go down to the rec center here at Auburn and then, show interest and fill out an application. You'll be working the fields in no time.
Thanks, Jack. Now, I think that was a tough play to make over there at third. It was unfortunate that landed fair, but I wouldn't call that one out by any means.
I definitely would not have called that an out.
An error. I wouldn't have called it an error.
Well, an error either.
Lambda swings and hit. Oh, and he aired, cannot make the play, and they will be all safe. Runners all filling up the bags. Bases loaded, no outs for Lambda. Great opportunity here to get back into this ball game.
That is correct. I did see that number 15. Once that ball hit him, he just kind of walked away from it. You got to just keep playing no matter what the circumstances are, and it just felt like he kind of gave up on that one.
Yeah, even if you bobble a little bit, you might still have a play anyway. And at first, maybe at second. This is the championship game. I want to see max effort.
Exactly. Let's hope that Lambda can capitalize on this bases loaded.
Here's the 2-1, and it is hit dead center line drive. That'll bring in at least one. We got another one coming in, and the throw is going to be to third base, where it will not be in time. We got runners on first and third. Still no outs as Lambda scores 2. Bringing this game a little closer. Still no outs here. If I'm Farmhouse, I'm a little nervous.
I would be too, especially since they were having such a great defense in the previous inning, getting people out here and there.
Lambda hits a ball deep to left field, but that one will be just too high, and they go for the tag up, and they will get it. That'll be another run for Lambda, as our score is now 5-3. We certainly do have a lot of fans here for Lambda. I'm assuming those are just more brothers.
Brothers and sorority sisters. I know that Lambda
that ball is hit deep left, but that one's going to be foul out of the stadium.
And out of the park as well.
That is our first ball hit out of the park tonight.
Yeah.
In any 3 of the games.
If only it had gone a bit more to the right now, that would have been amazing. But in this case, no dice.
So now our count has gone to 1-2. With the start count going 1-1, my partner before, Carson, was talking to me about this. It's tough because you're in the hole after 1 strike.
Yeah, I feel like that isn't exactly a fair. I suppose it is fair.
That ball's hit into left field, and it will not be played. We got runners going to third, and he will be coming home, and the relay play to home is not in time with a bang play at home plate as the runner gets to third base. That was a close one, but I think the ump made the right call.
Ump definitely made the right call.
As Lambda scores again. 5-4 now with Farmhouse still on top, but their lead is dwindling here as that ball is hit to third base, and it'll be bobbled, and the runner at third will stay put, but that is an infield single. That runner, our third baseman, struggling to get a hold of those ground balls.
You definitely said it there. It just feels like Farmhouse's defense is just crumbling now that Lambda Chi is trying to capitalize and make a great comeback here in the third.
As that 1-1 pitch is hit foul ball. We haven't really seen many of those foul balls recently over to right field. Players have been waiting on those pitches, not pulling them too much, but a habit you definitely don't want to go back to.
You said it correctly on that one. I've got really nothing to say about that foul ball. It was just embarrassing.
Too early. As the as the next pitch is just too short, does not reach the plate.
And we
As
got
our
another
count
ball.
goes to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is thrown too high. It is in the strike zone, but thrown over 12 feet, so it's a ball.
Some of these rules need to be changed, in my opinion.
And that ball is hit to the ground to our shortstop, and the out will be caught at first, but not at second. So there will only be 2 outs, and Lambda will score another run, tying the game up at 5-5 here in the third.
As good of an offense that Farmhouse put up in the first couple innings.
As that ball is hit to deep left field, but right to the left
Caught.
fielder, and he drops it. He can't hold on to it, as that will definitely be an error, as we now got runners on first and third. As you were saying earlier, it seems like this Farmhouse defense is just collapsing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how well you can get the ball downfield and get people home. It also, you need to play some incredible defense to make sure that the other team can't capitalize.
The 1-1 pitch is inside to the left. You know what they say, defense wins championships, and this is the championship game.
Right. However, they also say a great defense is a good offense. You put so many.
Oh, and he will slow it down but not quite make the play as the runner from second goes to third. Heads up base running right there by Lambda as they now make it 6-5. We came into this inning talking about the mercy rule for Farmhouse as Lambda now just takes the lead.
Anything can happen in these intramural sports, especially when it's frats versus frats.
I completely agree with you. These games, anything can happen. No lead is safe. This game has been a good one. 2 outs, top of the third as a foul ball as that one just barely makes contact with it. Farmhouse hoping to get an out and stop the bleeding that has just been killing them this inning.
Well, if they can't get it with this next
And that ball
play,
is hit to right center field where it will be caught, ending this inning. Finally, 6-5, Lambda takes the lead as we head into the bottom of the third. Stay here on 91.1 WEGL.
And we are back. This is Jack Moser reporting live here from the intramural softball fields with my partner.
Joe Zagelski. It's a tough last name. No
Yeah.
worries about it.
And I'm very tired right now, but this game is getting me really fired up as Farmhouse takes to bat.
Farmhouse 1-1 pitch is hit right in between.
Beautiful
Right
line
next
drive as number 4 for Farmhouse decides to stay at first. We got 1 runner on first.
Farmhouse looking to capitalize after letting in 6 runs at the top of this inning.
They're definitely coming out of the gates speeding.
Lambda's insane shortstop, not able to get to that one. And the 1-1 pitch, he goes out for it, and they will take that to turn to get the out at second. And they will get that out at second. I was a little confused. Did he have the ball? Did he not? They will give it to him. 1 out, man on first.
That was definitely something I was not expecting. Beautiful balancing skills by the shortstop there.
The 1-1 pitch will be hit right to the same place, but this time he trips the second baseman, not wearing any cleats out there, I noticed, and now we'll have runners on first and third.
Beautiful line drive and a great way to trip up the outer fielders there, especially with that type of play. Keep it low to the ground, going so fast that it will trip you up if you try to get it.
We guys out here wearing cleats and tennis shoes. Cleats clearly winning as we hit a ball right to shortstop where he will step on second and throw to first to record the double play. Shortstop number 35 on Lambda makes an grazing play to end the inning here. That was a quick one. I come back for the top of the 4th inning here on 91.1 WEGL Network. Welcome back here to 91.13. I am Joe Zagowski and my partner Jack Moisier here with me as we start the top of the fourth inning with Lambda up 6-5 as Lambda hits a fly ball line drive right to left center field, and it'll land for a single. Leadoff hit for Lambda to look to build off of their third inning heroics where they scored 6 runs to take the lead. 1-1 pitch is a ball to the left. I've noticed that our farmhouse pitcher, that is where if he's going to throw a ball, that's where it's going to be, is just inside pitches. And he steps into that one, and it will reward him as he hits a line drive to right field, and we will have runners on first and third with that single. Lambda, first and third, looking to build on their lead.
Definitely.
No outs here.
Definitely. It felt like that the previous inning, Farmhouse came swinging out of the gates only to get shut down. Lambda Chi is doing the same thing. Let's hope that they don't get bogged down here by Farmhouse's defense.
That ball is hit to shortstop, and it will be bobbled, and they will make a play at second, and they will get the out. You know what? It wasn't the cleanest of plays, but outs are outs, and that's just what we need here. As Lambda scores, making this 7-5. One out, 1-1 pitch. And he goes for all of it, but he will not get it. And he's being heckled by his own fraternity brothers out here.
I don't even think those are his own fraternity brothers. I'm pretty sure those are members of Farmhouse.
Okay, my apologies. As he hits it to third, and it will be thrown to second. They will get the lead runner. Great play defensively by Farmhouse, by number 15. He hasn't had the cleanest of defense, but great play there to get our second out of the inning. 2 outs. Top of the fourth here.
Yep. It looks like Lambda Chi is really swinging out of the gates here, but at the same time, Farmhouse's defense is actually making a solid stand against Lambda Chi's batters.
Yeah, much improved for sure. As that 1-1 pitch is hit sky high, and it will be caught to end the inning. 7-5 is our score out through 3.5 innings. We'll be right back here on 91.1 WEGL Network. Welcome back, everybody, for the bottom of the fourth. It is 7-5 Lambda. I'm Joe Zagowski, joined by my partner Jack Moisier, as the 1-1 pitch is hit hard to the third base, where he will make a play and not in time. Great play defensively over at third base, just not quite enough time to throw him out.
It looks like that Farmhouse actually needs to start batting more towards the right, where Lambda Chi doesn't appear to have the best defenders. It seems like their Lambda Chi's shortstop and third baseman are their best players, and if they want to capitalize and start making a gain again, they need to start swinging to the right.
Well, they're just going to have to wait on those pitches a little bit more, something nobody has really done so far in this game. That pitch was a little bit off. Just so the fans at home know, no steals are here allowed at softball intramural games.
Yep, that is true. Unfortunately, I would love to see that happen.
As the 2-1 pitch is hit over to right field, where it will come down, and we got runners at first and the second, and he will go for third base, and he will get there safely as the ball hits him. And it is, my partner Jack is definitely correct. Those are definitely Farmhouse fans complaining over the ball lightly hitting their player as it gets to third base.
Fraternity brothers, make sure that they take care of their own. You can't say it any better than that.
We got runners on first and third for Farmhouse. It is hit right to our shortstop, who has been fantastic all game, has a bobble it there, and Farmhouse will score, keeping runners on first and third, making it 7-6. I'm stunned.
That, I have no words. I retract everything I previously said. However, one error doesn't define a player. Let's see if he can make an attempt to redeem himself after that play.
Yeah, like you said, I'm speechless after that one, as the 1-1 pitch will be too high and not be considered a strike. That one over the 12-foot rule. Got to keep those pitches between 6 and 12 feet of arc as the pitch is hit right on a line drive to center field, scoring another run, and we got our aggressive base running, making it a double. We got runners on second and third for Farmhouse as they tie it 7-7. No outs here. Farmhouse really waking their bats up in this inning.
Definitely, and it feels like that Lambda Chi's defense is starting to slow down. We're seeing their two best base players to the left slightly begin to falter, while Farmhouse is fired up after these plays.
We got a 1-1 pitch that's hit hard and long.
It's going, and it's gone. It's
not quite gone. It is still it is still on the field, but we got runners scoring. It'll be a long double. I thought it was gone too.
Yeah.
These fences are far back. It's going to be tough to see a home run, but we got a score of 9-7 Farmhouse. With no outs, runner on second. Farmhouse really scoring here. Lambda needs to stop the bleeding.
Definitely. It feels like Lambda Chi is just starting to slow down on their defense when they should be getting fired up.
1-1 pitch is hit right back to the pitcher where he will make a throw to first, getting our first out of the inning. They really needed that one. Let's see if they can build on it as they've surrendered 4 runs this inning, as it is now 9-7 Farmhouse with 1 out, man on second. One pitch is hit on a line drive right into the left center field, and they will be sending him home, making it 10-7 Farmhouse on another just base hit right there. Lambda is struggling right now. 1-1 pitch is hit on a ground ball to our shortstop where he will make the play to second, and they will get one, but errant throw to first. I don't think it would have gone him anyway, but that is our second out of the inning.
Even if the ball had gotten there in time, it still would have been considered a safe play by Farmhouse.
I agree.
But we will never know. We will never know.
We now have our 2 outs, and that ball is too high again. Not really both pitchers really have been struggling to get within that 6 to 12 foot range that is required for strikes. And he hits that ball right through second base, and they will go runners at first and third. Farmhouse fans wanted him to go home, but he did not. First and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth, my apologies.
A lot more heckling coming from both sides as fellow fraternity brothers of Lambda Chi.
As the ball is hit hard right to the center fielder, and that will be our third out as Lambda stops the bleeding. Farmhouse takes the lead 10-7. We will be back at the top of the 5th right after this break. We're here on 91.1 WEGL Network. Welcome back here to WEGL 91.1 with the large Frat Championship Game 3 here of our 5-game series. Lambda's now up to bat 1-1. They will look to respond after surrendering 5 runs, I believe, in the last inning to Farmhouse. 2-1 pitch is hit hard to left field, and it will come down, and that ball has escaped the outfielders, and he's going to second. He's now chugging to third base, where he will be held up by their third base coach. That's the right call.
Beautiful hit, beautiful play, and if you could have been able to see that flop of an attempt to catch, you could have put that picture in the Louvre.
That was quite the miss over there at left center field. Lambda
just a graceful flop as he tried to catch it. I love it.
That ball is again too high. Our pitchers are struggling to get within that 6 to 12 foot range. Leadoff triple, great for Lambda. As that ball is again, I believe that one was too high, and our ump would agree with me. That was too high. 3-1 count I'm be picky here. And that is ball 4, and he tosses the bat before the ball even reaches. He knew that ball wasn't going to be a strike. We got men on first and third now. Still no outs. Lambda trying to respond here. And that ball again outside. Farmhouse's pitcher struggling to get the ball into the zone. 2-1 count. As that ball is hit foul. Over to right. Just needs to wait a little bit more on that pitch. 2-2 count. That 2-2 pitch is hit right to the third baseman. Line drive hit right to the hot corner where he will catch it. 1 out here for Farmhouse.
It seems like Farmhouse's defense is getting fired up again after that dreadful previous couple innings where Lambda just proceeded to steamroll them.
1-1 pitch hit high, right to left field. Farmhouse sitting underneath it, and they will catch it.
And it's caught.
And that will be a sac fly. I'm not quite sure why the runner was going. Oh,
well,
we have
he's
both advanced as Farmhouse, as Lambda cuts the lead to 2. It is now 10-8. Aggressive base running from the guy at first to go to second base on the sac fly right there. But he gets himself in scoring position as that ball again is too high. The tying run is at home with a 2-1 count. That ball's too low now. Farmhouse pitcher continues his struggles. We got a 3-1 count, IB. As that ball swung right to the first baseman, and he will not be able to get there, but they call him safe. The pitcher not able to get to first in time. Fans are not happy about it, but I think that was the right call. What do you think?
I agree. It was the right call. The baseman was on base. That's the only way I can really describe it.
We got a first and third, 2 outs. They do say tie goes to the runner. Swing, and that ball will get lightly topped foul. He's safe here. That was only the first strike. Now the count is 1-2. Another foul ball, and that will be an out. We got 2 outs here. With Lambda got men on first and third trying to get back into this game. And that is another ball. 2-2 count. And that ball's hit right to third base where he will make the play to first, and he will not get him.
I would have called that an out, personally.
The ball was high. The first baseman had to jump to get it, and the ump said he did not get his foot down back in time. That'll score a run for Lambda. That might be considered a controversial call depending on how this game goes. Either way,
if I were the ump, I would have called that kid out, personally.
Well, I believe the Lambda.
It looks like there's a little bit of John going on between Farmhouse and Lambda Chi here, between the catcher and the batter. I'm not sure what that's about. Meanwhile, the umps go to have a quick little meeting.
They're going to talk about it. I don't think they can change the rule here, but they're going to keep it safe, as our home plate umpire confirms. And some fans are not happy about it, but Lambda now only down by 1, scoring here with 2 outs. As we got runners on first and second, 1-1 count. See if Lambda can take the lead here. And that pitch is nowhere near the strike zone. Did not reach home plate in time. 2-1 count. And he steps into that one and shoots it to right field where it will be caught to stop the bleeding for Farmhouse. It is 10-9 going into the bottom of the 5th. We hear on 91.1 WEGL Network. Don't go anywhere.
And welcome back. We are here to the bottom of the 5th.
And that's a 1-1 pitch hits line drive into center field.
That was not a line drive. That was just a nice hit.
We got a single here to start the inning for Farmhouse as they look to build on their lead. Leadoff hit is a good way to start the inning if you are Farmhouse. 1-1 count here. That ball is hit on the ground and just hit in the right place. You don't have to hit it hard. You just got to hit it right. And he is going to second because the throw is to third. That single turned into a double with some questionable throw from the right fielder. We got runners on second and third now for Farmhouse, as still no outs, looking to extend their lead as they are up 10-9 here in the bottom of the fifth. 1-1 count, pitch is up, and it is hit right to shortstop, where he will get the ball down, but unable to make a play. That will bring in a run as Farmhouse now takes the lead 11-9. Men on first and second. Smart base running by the man on second just to stay put, not create any unnecessary outs. Our third baseman, number 15 for Farmhouse, is next up to bat, looking to do some damage. That ball is too high as the pitching struggles continue. As that ball is hit on the ground right into between shortstop and second base, as they will send a runner home here, and the throw is off, and that will be another run for Farmhouse, making it 12-9. Farmhouse just continuing to get hits here. Still no outs. Runners on first and second. We got number 42 up to bat. Obviously the great number of Jackie Robinson, whose number is retired all throughout MLB, as that ball is too high again, as the count moves to 2-1. That pitch is hit foul out of here over right, and that will be 2-2 count now for number 42. Ball is up, and he hits it right to second baseman, where they will get one and not go for two. Lambda records their first out of the inning here, as that'll be go down as a fielder's choice. Men on first and third. Farmhouse in front, 12-9 with the 1-1 pitch. Being a strike here, strike one here. That's got to be our first taken strike in a while now. 1-2 pitch is hit, pop fly over to the right fielder, where he will make the catch, and they will tag from third to score another run. Farmhouse extends their lead to 13-9. 2 outs here. Good sac fly. We got number 4 with the backwards cap up to bat here. Bottom of the fifth inning for Farmhouse. 1-1 pitch is too high again. Man on first. 2-1 count. Pitch is thrown, and that ball is hit sky high to center left field, where the Lambda player will make an easy grab, recording our third out of the inning. That is the end of 5. Farmhouse up 13-9 here on 91.1 WEGL Network. We are back here in the top of the 6th inning with Farmhouse up 13-9 in our Big Frat Championship game. I'm Joe Zagelski, joined by my partner Jack Moisier, as Lambda is up, and he will take that first pitch before it even reaches the plate. 2-1 count. Pitching struggles have definitely increased here as we get late into the game, and that ball is hit right to center field. That will be a single.
I've also noticed that both sides, Lambda Chi and Farmhouse, have been struggling with their pitches mainly throughout this entire game, especially getting into these later halves. However, I do have a feeling that anything can happen in this game.
The 1-1 pitch is hit on the ground to third base, where they will make the play at second, and they will get that out. Fielder's choice, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning for Lambda. Lambda is down 4 runs after surrendering 3 to Farmhouse in that last inning, and Lambda really can't afford to go scoreless here.
I'm inclined to agree with you on that, Joe.
1-1 pitch, pretty high, and it will be hit even higher to center field, chasing it over his head. That ball is hit deep, and they got a runner on second. They are sending him
Number
home.
25 comes in.
And the play at the plate is a perfect throw, and they get him out at home plate as the fans go crazy. What a great play in the outfield to the relay, and they will throw him out at home plate. Great defense by Farmhouse to get the second out of the game. Double play. No, my apologies. That is the second out here. Runner on second. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. I question his call to go home there. They're down 4 runs. They don't need that 1 run that badly this late into the game. And it cost them. We'll see what they can do here. 3-1 count. Pitch is up, and it is hit right over the shortstop's head, and they will send their runner again, but no throw from the shortstop as Lambda cuts into the lead, making it 13-10. We got 1 runner on first base, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th, and that pitch cannot reach the zone. The pitching has gotten worse as the game has gone along. Pitch is hit right to the third baseman, and that'll do it. Line drive right to the hot corner. 3 outs. Farmhouse will be up next in the bottom of the 6th. It is 13-9. We will be right back on 91.1 WEGL Network. Welcome back here to 91.1 WEGL Network. It is the bottom of the 6th inning here with Farmhouse up 13-10 as that ball is hit right to the shortstop where he will try to make an amazing throw, and it is extremely well done, going opposite across his body. Not quite in time, but I'm impressed nonetheless.
I agree with that one. He even managed to pick it up without his glove on, which makes it all the more impressive. Shame it wasn't there on time, though.
1-1 pitch is hit right over the second baseman's head, and the runner will go to third for Farmhouse. Farmhouse with back-to-back early hits here, trying to pour onto their lead here in the intramural Big Frat championship game. It has been a good one. We still have no outs here. Runners on the corners. 1-1 pitch is hit right to the shortstop where he will get 1 out, and not the second out, as that's just not quite in time. Interesting choice by third baseman. Do you think he should have gone home there?
I don't think so. There wasn't much for him to gain from going home. Unless that ball had managed to completely bypass the first baseman. Other than that, I didn't really see a point in him trying to make it.
Fair enough. We got runners still on first and third with the fielder's choice. And that ball is hit super high, but it is hit right to shortstop where he will not hold on to it. But he will make a great... But he will not get the throw out at second. I thought he did, but the ball came out of the second baseman's glove. But before the runner could reach the second, he could not recover it. No outs here as Farmhouse adds their lead 14-10. Our shortstop here has made some incredible plays, but he's also made some really bad ones that have cost Lambda big here in this championship game.
That's true, but we can say that for any player on this team. Or on both teams, for a matter of fact.
I think I agree with you. Been a little harsh because I just hold him up to a high standard with what I've seen tonight. As that ball is hit over the first baseman's head, and now we will get Farmhouse running the bases, scoring 1 right there on a single. Just they will up their lead. Now 15-10 for Farmhouse. Still no outs. First and third. Farmhouse really looking to open the gates here. 1-1 pitch is hit thrown way too high. That will definitely be a story we talk about after this season, with the pitching rules. And that ball is hit fair over to the third base, where it will score one, and they will hold him over at third with the double. We got runners on second and third. Still no outs. No, one out. No outs here. As it is now 16-10 Farmhouse with runners on second and third. They're hitting the ball hard, and they're playing some good softball. As that ball's hit sky high over to left center field, where the shortstop will run all the way back, but the center fielder will make the catch as they tag the runner from third, making it 17-10 Farmhouse. Farmhouse really pulling away here in the sixth inning. It's going to be tough for Lambda, but anything can happen here in these championship games. We were surprised in the earlier game with a almost comeback, so anything can happen.
That's correct, especially with 2 outs here. 1 out, or I think
2 outs here, as that ball is hit hard and deep to left field, but not quite enough, as that will be caught, ending this inning. And Lambda looking to score big, as this will be their last chance entering the 7th inning here in the championship game on 91.1 WEGL Network. Welcome back here to the top of the 7th inning. My apologies. Might as well be the 9th. This is Lambda's last opportunity to score, down 7 here in the championship game. I'm Joe Zgelski, joined by my partner, Jack Moisier. We'll see if Lambda can wake their bats up. That 1-1 pitch is taken. 2-1 count here for number 15 for Lambda, as that pitch again is taken. Struggling to throw strikes early on. 3-1, as that ball is hit softly to third base, and it will stay fair, and that will be an out. You don't have to hit it hard every time. The stat sheets don't see that. Single, infield single by number 15 for Lambda, and that's all they really need right now. You don't need the long ball. You just need to get hits when you're down 7.
definitely. I think that part of Lambda's strategy here is to try to just get men on base so they can capitalize.
I agree, as that ball is hit again to third base and not in time. Soft contact to third is really what's working here early for Lambda here in the 7th inning, as they now got runners on first and second, no outs here in the top of the 7th. I believe we have a... Here we go. Pitch is up, and it is short. It is a strike. Now that makes it 1-2. Got to defend the play here and can't hit a foul ball, or that would be an out. As that ball is too short, and that will be a ball. 2-2 count. Good eye. The ball is up, and it is hit right through to over the second base pad, as they will Lambda will send one runner home on that single, cutting Farmhouse's lead to 17-11 here in the top of the 7th. No outs, first and second. Lambda trying to make it interesting.
Definitely. Now that we're just alternating between runners on second and first, we're just trying to make sure that they get as many players on base as possible.
Yeah, we don't need anything fancy here. Just get runners on, down 6. Get the ball in play, see what you can do. That ball, another back-to-back balls, so just 3-1 count. Walk here would be great. Load the bases. And he will not. He'll hit it right over shortstop head, and they will send another runner home again to make it 17-12 now here in the 7th inning. Still no outs. Lambda's really got some momentum here in the top of the 7th. If I was Farmhouse, I'd be a little nervous right now.
Personally, if I were on the Farmhouse team right now, I wouldn't be inclined to worry. It feels like, although Lambda Chi is coming out of the gate swinging, especially to capitalize on what little time that they have left, it seems like they're starting to get a little sloppy, just hoping to make big plays and making many mistakes, as we're seeing right here.
2-2 count as that pitch is hit right to third base, and he will get the out at second. No out at third, and now that's 1 out. That's huge that's great for Farmhouse. You only need 2 more in this game. This championship is yours, and you will get those coveted championship T-shirts. Runners on first and third, 1 out. Lambda taking that first pitch for a ball. Didn't quite reach the plate there. Still down 5 runs here in the 7th with 2 outs to go as that ball is hit high to center field, and it will be caught. And they will score 1 there. Not quite sure what the base runner over at first was doing. I think he recognizes it too, making it 17-13. But you really can't be trading runs for outs right now when you're down 4 now with only 1 out to go. They are down to their last hope here in the championship game. As that ball is hit lightly to the pit, right back to the pitcher, where he will make the play, and there you have it. Farmhouse is your 2024 Big Frat Intramural Softball Champions here at Auburn University.
What a way to end it off.
What a great game.
What a way to end it off.
17-13 as they are celebrating. What an amazing win. This was a great game. Thank you for joining us. We will be back for the next game, which will be the Intramurals of Men Championship game. Thanks for joining us on 91.1.